My name is Ryan Frank. I'm a visual artist, photographer, sculptor. This is where I work. We're in Industry City in my studio here. I've had a studio practice 12 years, and then I've been doing it full time for about the last 3 years. I work with photographs. I take photographs and then I put them into spaces and containers and objects. And sometimes those are objects that I make from scratch, and other times they're found spaces that are installations. Really interested in space and how we experience space and imagery and how those two things collide and speak to one another. You know, my background is in performance and in theater, and it kind of came out of that. I think photography is what I had available to me, but I never really wanted to just show my photographs as prints. Not just because that's been done. I don't think that's a good enough reason not to do something, but I also just feel like it wasn't how I was used to seeing images. You know, we're all taking photographs constantly. We're all looking at photographs. And so I was interested in sort of taking photographs out of the two-dimensionality of a print, but also of a screen, and sort of giving them greater space and light and perspective. Wood is a medium that I really like. I like how wood is kind of malleable. I also like the fact that wood is a living thing. You know, it comes from trees, and then, you know, it gets repurposed and reused, but it still has a life, and it ages. And I suppose there was something that was interesting to me about woodworking as this kind of ancient art form, and using photography and digital photography specifically as something very new and somewhat undiscovered, and combining those two things was of interest to me. It can be very easy to just be consumed by your own work, but I think you have to find other channels and other interests and other things that inform the work that you make and what you're doing. And for me, that's books, that's politics. I think things that are outside of work, but that ultimately find their way in. Shortcuts, life hacks. I think, persistence and sticking with it. And obviously you have to love what you do, but I also think in this line of work you have to be willing to confront and accept failure and setbacks and learn from those experiences. That's not really a shortcut, but it's just a fact of life, I think.